As you know, this is one of my favorite parts of the rehearsal process. As we are still thinking about table work and still thinking about getting into the heart of the show, now's the fun time where you guys get a little sneak peek on all the fun things that the designers have been working on while you were enjoying Christmas. And sleeping with visions of sugar plums dancing in your head. They were hard at work making wonderful design choices.
So I will say, I'm Jennifer Ivey, I'm a scenic designer. Really, I promise. And that we were planning on using the main curtain for the show. Imagine the big red thing right there. And then there's this. When we were talking about, this is my lovely assistant, Jessica Reeves. So when we were talking about this show and when we started talking about it, there were some old vaudevillian themes that we all kind of liked, and one of the pictures I found we found together was the Hurly Burly picture in the upper right hand corner. And we really loved all the colors that were in that picture, and I really loved the style that was in that picture, the watercolor soft feeling. And some of the other things we talked about in the show were honesty and friendship, and that this story was just a very simple, truthful, kind of children's story, honest portrayal of emotion. And because of that, I wanted to give something very honest and simple, and that soft, gentle color of the watercolor really did that for me.
This was the kind of theater that vaudeville happened in. And Jennifer talked about footlights. Footlights were one of the ways that they lit things in vaudeville. So when we started talking about that image of the vaudevillian classic sort of light coming from down in front, which is this picture, and you know, this is a little bit earlier. This is, but from that sort of gaslight, early electric footlights, and footlights were designed into theaters really into the mid-1950s. Footlights were still a part of pretty typical theater architecture design. But that, when we talk about what the audience expects, when we say vaudeville, there's something about that, especially as a theater person, that sort of look pops into my mind as a designer. But the other thing that was common in those times is because there wasn't front light positions. This is a picture from the Gaslight era, which vaudeville began during the Gaslight era, is, excuse me, the lighting positions were actually torches that were literally in arches around the stage. So the wings during that period were typically hard fixed points. They weren't soft curtains that you could move around. They were set positions because the tubes for the gaslight. And one of the things that meant is that the dominant light sources were from down in front and from the side. So one of the things I'm hoping to do with obviously modern equipment is to sort of recapture that visual feeling.
You'll notice that there are a lot of conventions, just like the lighting is a convention. The ground lighting coming up is going to be a convention. There's a lot of conventions, and in here, once again, it's going to be the exact same thing. As we go through, you'll notice already the birds, they're going to come in like, you know, basically in this outfit here, they're going to have their aviator goggles on at the very beginning, and then when they leave to go south. Then the aviator goggles are going to go on top of the hat. So we have a little steampunk kind of creeping in here a little bit. Of course. But okay, starting out like Frog and Toad, you're not going to be in a nightshirt, you're not going to be in, you know, a hat and whatever, but you're going to be in a matter of undress. Your coat, your tie, your vest will be on a nail or a shelf in your house, and your bed is going to be all of about 4 feet. So you're going to be sitting in your bed, your little cover up like this, you know, and
Toad's bed is much bigger.
Oh,
Frog's bed is teeny.
Okay, so Frog's bed is really teeny.
It is funny.
So yeah, and again, once again, well, and it'll also accentuate. Like you'll notice, Frog, obviously, you know, being much taller, also has the high water pants and stripes going this way, which is going to make him look even more. You know, so I mean, we're deliberately having some fun with this, you know, and the characters.